Now, what I usually do in this conversation, either with my clients or even in coming up with my own lunch ideas for my son Max and coming up with my grocery list, is I look at ways to organize lunch ideas so that when you go every morning to put your kids' lunch together, that you can do it in a way that kind of takes the guesswork out of it. So what I do is I come up with a list of different categories of food. So I'll do a list for all the protein sources. So, things like turkey or hard-boiled eggs or peanut butter, things like that. Then I'll do a list of all the starches. So that would be crackers or tortillas or whole grain bread, something like that. Then I'll do a list of fruit and a list of vegetables. And then I'll do a list of beverages. Again, I really encourage you to do water most of the time, but I know that some of my clients really struggle with what to give their kids who want kind of the sugary beverages. So we'll give up with some ideas for that. And then I make a list of quote-unquote treats. Now, my idea of treats might be very different than yours. I really believe that you can put something healthy in that feels a little bit fun and it tastes good and it's a little bit outside the normal kind of nutrient-dense foods that we want our kids to eat. But I'm a real big proponent of not putting sugar in your kids' lunch. And I just think there's other times for that. We're sending our kids to school. We're not with them. We can't really monitor what they're eating. And so this is our chance to really set a good example of what they should be eating, empower them to make good decisions, and give them examples of really nutritious food that tastes good without the temptation of sugar. Because they're usually going to eat that first, even if they tell you they're not. So reserve the sugar for a special treat, or maybe even after school, or a dessert, or something that you've kind of come up with in your own family that feels right. But putting the sugar into their lunch at school, I think, just impedes their ability to concentrate and do well in the classroom environment. Plus, like I said, we're not there to monitor it. So if we give them foods first that are healthy, but also that we know they're going to like. So don't put stuff in there that you know they're not going to eat. Save the broccoli and the kale and all of that stuff for dinner time, when you can have more of a dialogue with them and kind of coach them through how many bites they need to take and things like that. If you put the raw broccoli in the lunch and they're not eating it, then I would stick with the fruits and vegetables that you know they love, even if you have to rotate the same 3 or 5 fruits and vegetables every week. So I have listed below some ideas for different lunch options. But today I'm going to show you how to really organize your list so that when you go to the store, when you're creating lunches during the week, you can be more organized. And I'm going to turn you on to a really cool product that I love that's going to help you put lunches together in a way that adds variety, it's environmentally friendly, and it keeps your kids' portions in check. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to turn around here and kind of show you a little bit of the different things that I've put together. So for instance, I talked about coming up with a list of your starches. So again, that would be things like a whole grain tortilla, or here I've got some whole grain corn chips that are fortified with a grain called salba that I really love. Here you would have things like whole grain pita bread, and this is my new favorite bread from overweight. It's super thin, it's crustless, it doesn't make a huge sandwich, but it's enough for kids to enjoy, and again, I love that it's whole grain. So you've got some of your starch options. Now I'm going to come over here and show you some of your protein options, things like a hard-boiled egg or some hummus, string cheese. This is cubed low-fat cheddar cheese. I've got a little tofu hot dog here, which Max likes and a lot of my clients' kids like as well. Some really lean honey roasted turkey, and then this would be more, a non-meat option, tortellini with some cheese in it, and sometimes I'll even mix it up. So I'll put some of the tofu hot dog in with the tortellini. So those are some other kind of protein sources that you want to look at. And then of course, I really feel like you should put a vegetable in. And again, if it's carrots every single day, then it's carrots every day. But at least you're showing your children that yes, we have vegetables at every meal. So I just put Max's favorite options here. I put his carrots, edamame, and his cherry tomatoes, which he absolutely loves. He will literally eat handfuls. And then I've got his whole food concentrate here, his little vegetable juice plus chewables. I put that in every lunch too. Then I come over here to, and again, I just put his favorite fruits. I know he loves grapes, blueberries, strawberries, and sometimes some dried fruit, although he also loves bananas and pears, and he'll eat just about every fruit, but I know these are his favorites. So I'll experiment with the other fruits when I can be with him and just reserve lunch for the ones that I know he loves. Now, I will always put something crunchy, so maybe it'll be some of his favorite cereal mixed with some raisins, or I'll do a natural cheddar cheese puff that's baked, no preservatives, no coloring, or I'll do some veggie booty. But it could be pretzels, it could be baked goldfish. To me, this is the treat. This is something that's a little bit fun, in addition to some of these things. Like I love maybe a little bit yogurt tube. Again, natural brand, no coloring, not too much sugar, or a whole grain breakfast bar. I love this. Maybe some graham crackers, or I love these honey sticks. These are really fun too that Max likes. So again, I'll list all of these ideas below in the blog here. But to me, this is, I'll make my list of my fruits, my vegetables, my protein, my treats, and my starches, and then I can just start putting lunches together based on this list that hangs on my refrigerator. Now, the product I want to turn you on to is something called Laptop Lunches, and it basically comes in this kind of computerish looking carry-on tote or carry tote, and then you open it up, and on the inside goes this container, which has all these really cool little dividers in it to put your different food. And I love it. Again, environmentally friendly. It helps to create the diversity, and it helps with portions. So for instance, I just put some of Max's little cheese puffs in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and fill this section with his grapes. And then I might put his little bar here. That would maybe be for his after-school snack. I might put some turkey and some of his cheese chunks in here like this. Okay. And then I would take maybe some of his cherry tomatoes here, and maybe even some of his edamame, kind of mix it up a little bit and put that all there. So he's got his vegetables, right? He's got his protein, he's got his fruit, his little treat, and this is his after-school snack. Now, when I do his sandwich, because of the size of that bread, I can do the sandwich, cut it in half, and fit it in this container. It also comes with containers for lids. So if I wanted to put the pasta salad in there, I could do that and have a lid. And then it's got these cute little things, of which I'll put like salad dressing in for his vegetables, that comes with a little top, and I can stick that in there too. So just an awesome, awesome way to get the variety, the color. It's still fun, and it helps you to kind of organize your lunch making. Now, I sometimes, for a special treat, will put milk into Max's lunch. But again, if you look here, that's a lot of calories, right? So he really doesn't need the calories from milk. I might save the milk more for an after-school snack. Same with the juice. Again, if you're going to put the juice in, do the kid size. This is really teeny, and you'll see here, well, I was trying to get the sugar count, but it's about 14 grams of sugar. So anything more than that is just too much sugar at lunchtime. So again, I will give you some more ideas below, and I will also give you a way to get in touch with the folks at Laptop Lunches, because I think it's just such a fabulous product, and it's really helped me to organize Max's lunches, and it's a great tool that I can suggest to my clients, and they all love it, and they're just finding that it's so much easier to organize their lunches when they've got some of these tools. So read below. Hopefully you'll get some ideas. If you really would like more specific ideas for you and your family based on your preferences, just let me know. Leave me a comment. I'd be happy to send you a list of ideas and get you started. So until next week, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Live your Max life.